these three aspects, demonetization and RERA and GST, definitely are very good acts. And they, as you are questioned, whether they promote the trade or demote the trade, I am sure they are very good catalyst to promote the trade, and they take some time. It needs some more time to consolidate and go ahead with this understanding. And hence, after demonetization, since 1 year, we have suffered a lot. All the fraternity, particularly building construction fraternity, has suffered a lot, and there was no sales, and there was no liquid cash available, and everything was seized. Hence, there are a lot of problems were faced by us, and there was no sales, and there was no contract signed, and all these problems arose during last year. Now it is slowly recovering, and after GST and RERA implemented, this while the implementing these acts are good, while implementing we are failing. That needs to be improved, and if improved, definitely it will have a very good impact on the development of the nation. It is needs to be consolidated, and everybody, those who are employed in the RERA or the GST should be educated properly to adopt the RERA Act as it is there in the Act. But they are not understood, and it is not properly implemented. That is what I have observed. It needs study, and it needs educated and the training, all the people, those who work there. It has to be done that, and then definitely there will be good improvement. The intention of RERA is very good, and it will definitely bring in discipline, and every aspect it improves. Definitely they have to be included in the ambit of RERA, and it is one-sided now. It should be all the officials and all the departments concerned should be included in this act, and should be implemented that they should approve the plan within a time frame, say maximum 3 months, 90 days. And they should, when they accept the application itself, they should say, we have verified everything, it is in order, and we will approve within such and such a time frame. And they should do it. If not, the next day of that time frame will be deemed approved, and it should be followed. That act has to be implemented under RERA, and all the officials and the government departments should be brought under the RERA. Then it will be a very good act.
Even now the infrastructure projects are getting delayed after giving the letter of acceptance. They are not able to give the appointed date. So that just unless they have 90% land on hand, they don't want to give the appointed date. With that, see, there are projects even which is getting delayed by even 1 year, 1.5 years like that. See, instead of that, unless the land is there with them, they should not go for calling the tender. That is very much important. Otherwise, the contractors are really suffering after making investment in construction of camps, mobilizing the machinery, and doing nothing. And see, again, the same problem like previous. We are facing the problem. Yeah. And now, see, regarding the GST is really a very good thing, because it is simplified the taxation is concerned. So otherwise previously we were really suffering. But of course the implementation part is concerned. The officials are not clear in their attitude. So when we go there, just they say we are not aware of this. They don't have any clear picture about the policy, and they don't know how to calculate the GST is concerned. Of course the demonetization, of course, previously the Indian economy was running with black money, even 30-40% I can say. Now once it is stopped, is a big problem. But government should think about how it can create the buying power. Without that, see, the demonetization will have a negative effect on the Indian economy. That's land acquisition policies are very good because they have to pay 4 times, 5 times in the market rate. But the problem in some of the cases is they don't have so much money in some of the state governments. Of course, central government is able to acquire with the new policies are concerned. People are also now with these policies, people are willing to give their land for the development because they are getting sufficient money. So that way it is helping the industry for development of India.
In the city, they are giving 2 times the present market value to those who lose their land and those who hand over for infrastructure projects. And in rural area, that is villages side, they are giving 4 times. So it is a good attraction. Still, after acquiring by the government, why they want all the clearances from the other departments? We cannot understand. That is not required. They can waive off that, and once they acquire, they can start the infrastructure projects immediately. Again, they wait for the environment clearance, this, that, and all. That should be avoided.
See, the revenue authority payment to the owners whose land is being acquired, it is not done properly or timely. Enormous delay is that. For that, they will make the landowner to run pillar to post. That should be avoided. That is only main delay. Now, as rightly told by our president, the money is good, very good. Anybody can immediately able to depart their land for the government. The payment, they have to run revenue authorities from VO to Tahsildar to collector, and meantime they have to spend some money also for getting their own rightful money. That should be avoided. That is on land acquisition. For 28 labor laws, whatever we are telling, for quite 3-4 decades, any law enacted by the state or central government, it should be implementable. You enact a law which is not implementable, it only lead to corruption. All the laws as should be amalgamated and a rationalization should be done. Well, when the rationalization, after all, your law has to be implementable by us. When it is difficult to implement, you have to call a tripartite working group, government, labor unions, the people who are going to implement the law, and you should discuss, you should conduct the workshop, remove all the constraints so that it can be run smoothly. The benefit should reach to labor. Today, all the laws, labor laws, is being utilized for harassing the contractors instead of going to benefit to the laborers. There are more than 1 lakh of crores rupees is lying at the Provident Fund treasury, which has to go to the benefit of the unorganized sector because of non-identification of the beneficiaries. The All India Convention, which is going to be held between 19th and 21st at Bangalore, is mainly focusing on the Building India theme. Building India because we have to contribute, we the constructors has to contribute to build a strong India, to build a developed nation. How long we are going to calling our nation as the developing nation. So our main object is to educate our members about the availability of the latest technology, to educate our members about the availability of the latest equipment, and making them to understand and try to enforce, try to use this latest technology and this thing. Our main focus to the government of India and various state government, please understand our problem, and our main thing is to seek an appointment with the Prime Minister. We are really having hopeful once we get audience to the Prime Minister and we can able to put for all our problems. Once he can take it to his heart, all these things can be solved. So our main resolution to urge the government of India through the Vice President or through the anybody to seek to get us an appointment to the Prime Minister to give all our problems to get the solution so that real Building India can be done by our constructors.